Well, it kind of came into my life two times. The first time, I was quite young. I'd always I watched the Tour de France. I had friends who cycled, and I kind of wanted to give it a shot. My dad was into mountain biking, so I think I was probably 10, 12 years old, and I would go bike touring with my father. We'd
Ooh.
pack up our bikes, go camp for the weekend, ride home. And then I did a little bit of like recreational cycling on the side as well with some friends, like a small club team. And it I guess I had other hobbies, other passions, and I kind of lost focus on it for a little bit. But then it really came back to me in high school. I had been a distance runner for my whole life,
Oh,
and I
like cross country?
yeah, cross country.
Okay.
And I was kind of searching for something more. I don't know, like running's not always the most social activity, and I had one of my
A little
best friends.
boring,
Maybe
maybe.
I won't start anything too heated here.
Yeah,
Um, but
I'll back it up.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I fell into a really good community in Victoria. There was some racing through my high school, some cycling, and yeah, it kind of just blossomed from there. And I started racing more and being more into the competitive side, and it's kind of led me to here. I've just been passionate about it and supported by a really amazing cycling community in Victoria. I mean, like they have this new initiative, Cycling Canada, and the 94 project. So it's really cool that they're finally like recognizing that Victoria's got a really good place to foster talent. So I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, I came out of that, so it's pretty cool.
Oh, because you know what? More I talk to a lot of Canadian cyclists is that's where they went to train,
Yeah,
was in Victoria.
yeah,
So it seems like a huge, and I have friends who live in Victoria as well. It seems like a huge mecca for cycling, not unlike like mountain biking. But are the funds you're talking about, is that the Can Fund?
I'm talking about the '94 Commonwealth Games Fund.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so I don't know if you heard, but Cycling Canada just launched or in partnership with the '94 Commonwealth Games Fund. There's a big new kind of infrastructure. I'm I'm guessing it'll be coaching support for athletes going out there, and it's not just cycling. It's going to be triathlon and athletics as well, and
Right.
it might involve like a new facility or just
Mm.
support. I'm not 100% sure exactly what it's going to be, but there's going to be a lot of funding put into Victoria and the athletics community. So that's pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people go there and live and train
Yeah, yeah.
as yeah,
We have, I mean, most summer athletes go there to train during the wintertime. So
yeah. Most northern Canadian athletes, right?
exactly,
Or like Quebec and Ontario and
precisely.
flock there or go to Arizona.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, especially
yeah.
during the pandemic too. I mean, when you couldn't go across the border, we had everyone there, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. You're forced to stay in Canada.
Yeah,
So, okay, so in your teenage years, you got into cycling. Now, how did you get into like making like where are the steps of like did you race with a junior team that led you to a pro team that got you to like what were those steps that found you that got because it was like you done Victoria and then you landed here like
yeah.
what were the steps that happened for you?
Um, so let's think. I mean, triple shot cycling was more or less my first racing team. It's just a local club team in Victoria,
Okay,
and I
are they
ended
still
up.
around?
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
I ended up racing kind of across the country. I did my first nationals with them. I placed third at U23 Road Nationals, which was a really big
Okay.
stepping stone for me. Um, it definitely got me noticed by a lot of teams, and
Mm,
I had some pro offers. ended up racing closer to home with Trek for a couple of years. And then after that, I joined the national team. And at the time, the national team and Race Clean were affiliated. So like we had it's a national trade team, but we raced in Europe. So I was with them for 2 years.
Oh,
And at the time it was required to be on Race Clean to be on the national team.
okay.
Yeah, it was just I was part of the structure of Cycling Canada at the time.
At that time, yeah. Okay.
It's not like that anymore.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I had to be on Race Clean and raced in Europe for a few projects.
Okay.
Yeah, I never had the opportunity to really. I had to
Yeah.
more or less choose between professional road cycling and track cycling, the Olympic
Oh,
at that time. So I went
well,
with the Olympics, which was always kind of my goal.
so as part of being part of that team, was track part of that, or was it all specifically road? Like, how did you get into track, or did you do both, or?
Uh, well, I'd always ridden track from an early
Okay.
age, like on triple shot, like I said before. Um,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and I'd always gone to like track nationals and stuff like that, and been
Is that
ID.
where you placed?
Well, I did well on the road as well early
Okay.
in my career, but then I came to track nationals, did quite well in like the individual pursuit and stuff like that. So that's how
Hmm.
I got noticed as well for the national team, and then on Race Clean as well.